You can't remember the last time you looked forward to something. You used to laugh without forcing it. You used to lose track of time doing things that lit you up. Now, everything feels flat. You wake up tired. You move through your day like you're underwater. You scroll, you try, you even make plans. But when the moment comes, it all feels hollow. Not bad, not painful, just numb. And you start asking yourself questions you don't say out loud. What's wrong with me? Why don't I enjoy anything anymore? Was I always this empty? But here's the truth. This isn't laziness. This isn't failure. And no, this isn't just burnout. It's a signal, a symptom of something deeper, something missing. Viktor Frankl, a neurologist, psychiatrist, and a survivor of the Holocaust, called it the existential vacuum, a kind of quiet suffering, not because life is bad, but because it feels meaningless. He saw it everywhere, in prisoners, in soldiers, in successful people who had everything, except a why. And now, in you, you're not broken, you're not wrong, but something's gone quiet inside, the part of you that used to feel pulled by curiosity, by hope, by joy. And now, everything just feels like effort. You try to fix it. You plan a trip, start a new book, buy something you don't need, call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. And for a moment, it works. You feel a flicker, a brief escape, but it fades, and you're back where you started, staring at a screen, searching for a feeling. The world says, just do what makes you happy. But what if nothing does? What if fun stopped working, not because you changed, but because your why disappeared? Viktor Frankl saw this everywhere after the war. He wrote, "When a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. But distraction doesn't heal. It numbs. It fills the space, but never satisfies it. And the more you chase stimulation, the emptier it feels. Like eating candy when you need real food." Frankl believed that the core of human suffering isn't pain, it's purposelessness, not knowing what you're here for, not feeling connected to anything bigger than yourself. So when you say, nothing feels fun anymore, maybe what you're really saying is, I don't know what matters to me anymore. And that's not weakness. That's a wake-up call, not to try harder, but to ask deeper. Viktor Frankl knew suffering. He didn't study it from a distance. He lived it. As a prisoner in Nazi concentration camps, he watched people stripped of everything: comfort, dignity, family, even hope. But he noticed something strange. Some people survived with almost nothing, while others gave up, even when they still had food and strength left. And the difference, he said, was meaning. Not happiness, not fun, not even love, but meaning. He wrote, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost any how." It wasn't about avoiding pain. It was about enduring it, because there was something worth enduring for. That idea became the foundation of Logotherapy, his method of helping people not escape suffering, but transform it. Because pain without purpose breaks you, but pain with meaning builds something in you that pleasure never could. And maybe that's what you've been missing. Not joy, not energy, but direction. Not what you're doing, but why. You've been chasing fun when your soul has been starving for meaning. Because fun is fleeting. Meaning anchors you. Fun distracts you. Meaning moves you. The world confuses excitement with fulfillment, but they're not the same. Excitement fades. Fulfillment stays. Excitement is dopamine. Fulfillment is direction. And when your life becomes a loop of chasing excitement, you slowly lose the ability to feel anything. Because real meaning doesn't always feel fun. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's heavy, but it makes you feel alive. Frankl never told people to seek pleasure. He told them to seek purpose. Not a perfect life, not a happy one, a meaningful one. He wrote, "Happiness cannot be pursued. It must ensue as the unintended side effect of living for something greater than oneself." So maybe that's why nothing feels good anymore. Not because you're broken, but because you've been told to chase a version of happiness that doesn't feed your soul. We try to escape emptiness with stimulation, But emptiness doesn't need more. It needs meaning. It needs something to wake up for, something to come back to, something that says, this pain I feel, it's leading somewhere. And when that's gone, even joy feels like work. Even rest feels pointless. Even good days feel gray. Not because life lost its color, but because you lost your connection to why you're here. You've spent so long searching outside for energy, for spark, for something, anything, to make you feel again. But maybe it's not out there. Maybe what you're missing is a thread, something to tie your days together, to remind you that you matter, not because of what you achieve, but because you're connected to something that outlives achievement. Frankl believed we can endure almost anything if we know why we're enduring it. That's not just philosophy. That's survival. He saw people face starvation, torture, death, but still find purpose in helping someone else through it, in imagining a future, in believing that this moment matters because I choose to give it meaning, not wait for it, create it. So what about you? Maybe the problem isn't that life got dull. Maybe it's that you forgot what lights you up because you stopped asking what matters. You got busy, you got hurt, you got tired, and in the noise, you forgot to ask the only question that ever really matters. What am I living for? Not in a grand, heroic sense, but in the small, quiet ways. The things you used to lose time doing, the moments that made you feel useful, whole, pulled towards something, even if no one else saw it. Because meaning isn't something loud. It's not always easy, but when it's there, you know. You feel it in your breath, in your bones, in the way your body finally relaxes when you're not performing anymore. Just being. You don't need more fun. You need more truth. Not another escape, but a reason to stay. Because when life feels empty, you don't fill it with noise. You fill it with meaning. And meaning isn't something you stumble into. It's something you build, brick by brick, choice by choice, presence by presence. Viktor Frankl taught us this. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. So if you've been numb, tired, disconnected, you're not failing. You're just being invited back to yourself, back to your why, back to the part of you that knows. You weren't born to chase dopamine. You were born to create impact, to connect, to offer something real, and to find, in the process, your reason to stay. So maybe it's time to stop asking, what will make me happy? And start asking, what small thing, done with full presence, would bring meaning back into your life today?